Hello again, everyone. I am Carr, and welcome to Cars, Cards, and Coins. This is my third video. It's my fourth video. One of them I messed up because I'm still new to this. So I messed up at the very end of one of my videos, so I had to make another like little bitty short video. And actually, my third video was very, very long, so I'm going to try to be a little faster. And my kids were telling me that I was talking way too slow, so I'm going to try to talk a little faster, to see if that'll help, get through it all quicker. And I appreciate everyone that is subscribing and leaving comments. I am trying my best to answer back as many as I can. If I don't respond to your comment, I am not doing it on purpose. I do appreciate everyone that is leaving a like and a comment. We talked about Morgans in my last video, and I didn't get to finish because it went so long. I'm going to try to go over the second book right here. But just real quick, I just want to say that when me and my wife first got married, I was 19, she was 18. She got pregnant with our oldest son, and I was raised in church, raised by a great family. I did get out and go wild for a little while, which is partly why I was so broke all the time. But we were really young and financially illiterate, didn't understand anything about money, didn't know how to save money, didn't know how to spend money, which is just as important. Knowing how to spend money is just as important as knowing how to save your money. But I was just so young and dumb. And one of the things that it's a fact, that did change my life is silver. So I am a big advocate for silver because of what it did in my own personal life. But having said that, I mean, when I was younger, before I started buying silver, I told a story in my first video about, or maybe my second video, about how we were so poor at one point. All we had at one time was bread and barbecue sauce. That's literally all we had to eat. And a few times we had, peanut butter and bread. But I can remember one time specifically, I was at work and my wife called me and said, "Hey, there's a lady here. They're here to turn our power off. I don't know what to do." And I started thinking, because at the time I was collecting swords and knockoffs, not anything real. I mean, I was just trying to think what I could sell to get the money. And I couldn't think of anything that I had that had any value in that really horrible situation to sell to get the money. Thankfully, the person that had come to turn off our power was a lady, and she saw, and I'm not saying a man wouldn't have done it either, but women, she saw our two babies. We had two babies at the time. And, naturally women have a softer heart than men, especially toward babies. And she saw my wife was complete panicking. So she said, "Okay, look, I won't cut it off today. See what y'all can do, at least by tomorrow." So what we ended up doing was, my wife, I think it was like on a Wednesday, my wife wrote a check and post-dated it for that Friday, for when my check was supposed to hit. That's what I'm talking about, when I mean I was broke. I mean, that's the kind of stuff we were dealing with. And, taking the swords to try to sell them, I mean, I wasn't going to get anything for them. They were knockoffs. I mean, $5, $6, $7. And I watched some videos, and the first mistake that I made was I watched a bunch of investment grade silver. I watched some videos. So I ran out, took one of my checks, ran out, bought a bunch of silver, and then I was so broke because you never are going to pay what silver spot is. They're always going to charge you a premium for silver. So I ran out, bought a bunch of silver. Now, again, it wasn't necessarily a bad purchase because the next week I needed the money. I was able to take it and sell it. But I lost money. Someone made a comment, and I'm so glad they made it. They said it is not a sprint, it's a marathon. And when it comes to silver, that is exactly what it is, because it is not an investment. So you have to always, there's one thing I want to stress more than anything. You have to buy what you can afford. This, what you are seeing, is years of buying. Years. I started buying like 10, 12 years ago. It takes time. You cannot get it. You get so excited when you first start buying. You get so excited when you actually hold. I mean, look at this. This is a trade dollar. When you hold it, it is such a great feeling. I showed this coin in my last video. I mean, look at this. Look how beautiful this coin is. It is a great, great feeling. But you have to, something my wife says all the time, moderation. You have to buy in moderation. Take your time, and that's why I said don't just buy one type coin. Spread it around. Find out what it is you like and buy that. But not to try to make this video too long, because I'm already rambling. I'm already at 7 minutes. I am going to pick up where I left off with the last video, and we are going to jump into Morgan dollars. Why I buy Morgan dollars? I buy them because of their beauty. Number one, they're the most popular coin. Next to American Silver Eagles, as far as numismatic goes, they're the most popular. They're easy to sell. If you need to sell them, they're easy to sell. Very easy. And they are plentiful. Grades, mints. There is so, when you start filling these books, I mean, look at all the different grades I have up here. Look at all the different mints and years. You can collect Morgans and never, yeah, they kind of do look the same, but their dates and the mint marks, there's such a large variety. So let's get into book number 2. They started making Morgan silver dollars in 1878. March 11th is when they struck the first Morgan silver dollar. So book number 2, 1892 to 1921. And like I said in my last video, what you want to do, this is the bid. The bid is just telling you around what the coin is worth, okay? And like over here, I wrote it right here, 1883 O MS62 bid, which is around what the coin is worth, what I paid. Okay? Now, I got did this particular coin, there's such a big difference. I got this on Whatnot. I won an auction, bid really fast. Some of them. This coin, 1879 bid, it had like a scratch on it. So I got it a little bit cheaper. But you can see where I wrote each coin, either old holder. So this coin is in an old holder. All right. Okay, let's see. there it is. This coin's right here. This is the coin. All right. 19 MS63, old holder, bid, 150. That's what I paid. All right. And that is important. It's important to know what you paid. Now, the reason why I don't put what I paid here is because if something were to happen to me and my wife had to sell, she don't need to know what I paid at that point. She just needs to know about what a fair offer would be. Okay? And if you're selling to a coin shop or a reseller, they're going to always want to pay you about 75 to 80%. So, this is an 1892. All right, 1892 Philadelphia. These coins are, all the 1892s are better date coins. Okay, that's why some of them are not going to be in the best condition, because like I said in my last video, always buy the condition you can afford. Okay? I accidentally got a little T on my finger and got it on my book. Always want to buy the best condition you can afford. And this coin in better condition gets into the thousands of dollars, which is why I had to buy a lower grade. Carson City, the Old West, 1892 1892S, another better date coin. 1893, a huge, monumental coin. And you will see that I am missing the 1893 CC. I am missing the 1893 O. And this coin right here, I don't care what grade you get it in, you are going to spend thousands of dollars for that particular coin. And the 1894, I am also missing. And in my last video, I was calling the back. This is the reverse. These are called the reverse, is what they are. I said the back in my other video. That's wrong terminology. 1894 O. This coin right here, it's only $55, but when you get into the better grade coins, they get very, very expensive. Especially this one. When you get into the better grades of a 94S, you are going to spend thousands of dollars. This coin right here, the 1895 proof, I don't care what, that is $45,000 to $100,000 coin. I will probably never own one of those. Hey, never say never. Trust me, I will be trying. And we have the 1895 O. Same principle. The better the grade, the more expensive. Still a very valuable coin. 1895S. I am missing that coin. Very, very expensive, highly sought after. 1896. This coin, like I said in my last videos, and I'm sorry if I keep saying that, I'll try not to. 1896 is a very common date, but it's worth a lot because of the condition. And that is very important when you buy a common date coin. Try your best to buy the best condition you can afford. Okay? 1896 O, 1896S, 1897. Look at this. It's a low-grade coin, but you look how you can still see her entire face. That is San Francisco. They by far had the best die strike of any mint. Hands down, San Francisco. Low-grade coin, you can still see all of her features. You can even still see Liberty. If this was a New Orleans coin, I mean, just look at this. Look at this. If you sent this to PCGS, this would probably get either AU or low mint state. And look at this. San Francisco. Very good, very fine. And look at that, just absolutely gorgeous. And this is the reverse of those. I'm gonna try to go faster. You know, you want people to watch. I want people to learn and get as much information as they can get. Try not to make these videos too long. 1897O, 97S, 1898. 1898O, 1898S. Okay, now if you, what I could afford, and then I saved my money for a little while, and then I upgraded it. So this coin is about $110 to $150 coin, and this one bid is at about $360 to $400. And when I put the bid, I normally stick to the lower end. You know, I don't want to put the max, you know, of what it could be. I always try to stick to the lower end, because when you do take it to sell it, typically it's going to be to someone that knows what they're, you know, they know coins. So just to, you know, just to keep it as fair as I can, and to, you know, so my wife sees, you know, 450, you know, and then thinks, hey, you know, when really, you know, that's where the range would start. And then we got the 99O, 99S, 1900. And this is the reverse of each one of those. And then we start 1900 O. I will be upgrading this coin very soon. Have it coming in. 1900S, 1901. Key date coin. Very pretty. 1901 O, 1901S, 1902. 1902 O, 1902S, and look at this one, 1903. This is a common date coin, but look at the color on this coin. Absolutely beautiful. And Philadelphia also had a really nice strike. And the reverse of each one. And this right here is a monster coin, and this is a great point that I can make with this coin. This is a 1903. If you look at the color of this coin, there's something off about it. It is real. It's not a fake. But something just seems to be off. They cleaned it. The person that had it cleaned this coin. I was able to get this coin very, very cheap because of that. If there's one thing I cannot stress enough, never clean your coins. Cleaning a coin completely destroys its value. You can take a coin like this that has a bid of over $1,000, way over $1,000. This coin now is only worth $700 to $1,000 because they cleaned it. I actually need to change that. That's too high. Because if I go to sell it, especially if I sell it to a professional, they're going to immediately know that it was cleaned. And if I were to list it on somewhere, I would have to, you know, tell them that it was a clean coin. Never clean your coins. under any circumstances. I always see videos on YouTube of how to clean your coin, or videos of them actually cleaning coins. Biggest mistake you'll ever make. 1903S, 04, 1904O, 1904S, 1921, and here we go. This is going to be interesting. This was the first year that you have the 1921 Denver. This coin was made in Denver, Colorado. This was the first year that they made any Morgans in Denver. 1921S. And that is the Morgan Silver Dollar books. Now, when you start buying, and if you start buying Morgan Silver Dollars, it is okay to buy, like this coin right here. This is a 1921 Philadelphia, very common coin. I bought this coin several years ago. I bought it a long time ago. And there's nothing wrong. I want to be clear. Nothing wrong with buying 1921s. It's a great way to get your feet wet. But there shouldn't even be a but there. Because buy what you can afford. And if that's what you can afford, then heck yeah. Okay? But me personally, and I'm only speaking for myself now, I will not, unless I get an extremely, a gift, or, someone just wants to be very nice to me. I won't buy too many more of these, because you want to buy once you get to a certain point. Now, in the beginning, buy what you can afford, get your feet wet. I'm preaching to the choir here. Buy what you can afford and buy as much as you can. Especially if you're doing it to save money. If you have a bad habit spending money, you need to save money, heck yes. Buy it. But from now on, me personally, since I have accumulated quite a bit, and I have been doing it for a long time, I won't be buying many more 1921s. Now my focus is going to be on the coins that I'm missing for my books, and upgrading my coins. The coins that are better dates, that I have low grade of, my focus is now going to be upgrading those coins. See, once you get, because if you're talking about saving for the future, 100%, especially if you have a spending problem, this will save your butt. And it saved mine. But first and foremost, you need to go speak to someone, a professional, about real investments. You will be glad you did 20 to 30 years from now. But I personally will not be, because once you get to a certain point, your focus should start becoming better, higher grade, better date coins. That's where your focus should turn. Updating and upgrading what you have, and finishing off filling in books of coins that are extremely expensive. I personally will not be buying any more Constitutional. I'm a huge fan. You can see in my other videos. I love Constitutional. Buy as much of it as you can. But once you get to a certain point and you get so much of it, your focus needs to shift. Because again, this is a hobby. First, this is a hobby. 1,000,000%. It changed my life financially. It completely changed the way I view money. And it helped me and allowed me to save money. Just look at the money sitting on this table. So please don't misunderstand silver. There are a ton of wonderful silver companies that sell silver. I am a huge fan of all of them. But once you get to a certain point, and I hope I'm not repeating myself here, once you get to a certain point, your focus needs to shift. You need to stop buying rounds. You need to stop buying constitutional. You need to focus on better grade, better date coins. So, my next video, I will go shift toward piece dollars. But I also wanted to talk a little bit about cards. And in some of these videos, I will feature different cards. Here we have a Najee Harris /10, Sam Laporta, numbered card /99, I think. We have a T. Higgins /99, a T. Higgins /275, OBJ /25. That is a wild card, Hendon Hooker. And we have a Trevin Diggs and a Will Mallory. Josh Jacobs /25. A Yamamoto, rookie. And the man that will never be remembered for football, I think he's going to be remembered more as a broadcaster than a football player, Tony Romo /15. And wants to be the GOAT, LeBron James. Cards are not an investment, okay? If you are a millionaire and you can invest in Michael Jordan rookie, Jackie Robinson autographs, Babe Ruth baseball, stuff like that, okay, that's a whole nother level. But if you are like in my boat, and I don't know this for a fact, I would assume that a lot of people watching these videos are in my situation too. You do not need to be investing in football cards. First, it needs to be a hobby. But if you are going to spend money, it is always better to go after the player that you like. You don't need to spend a whole bunch of money cracking boxes. There's nothing wrong with cracking boxes. My wife, we just had a new baby. It's probably going to be coming through the phone here. She is upset right now, probably getting her diaper changed. But anyway, she's only 5 weeks old. But you don't need to spend a bunch of money cracking boxes. There's nothing wrong with doing that. But you need to focus more on buying players that you like, or players that you believe will do better. And the reason for that is because if you do get in a sticky situation, you can sell them. Most of these guys up here, if I were to be in a sticky situation, I could sell them relatively easy. They're all pretty popular guys. Sam Laporta's done, they got beat, but he's still a good player. That's where your focus needs to be. If you are in, you don't need to be going to the card shop and buying a $1,000 box hoping to strike it rich. It's kind of, when they say that, it almost sounds to me like they're saying you need to invest in the lottery. The lottery's not a good investment. Nothing wrong with doing it. See, this is the problem, is I've got some of it up here, so it kind of sounds like I'm, can't think of the word, contradicting myself. But I also am speaking a little bit because I did, in the beginning, buy it as an investment. in the beginning. And I burned myself so many times. I burned myself. Because it's not that. It needs to first be a hobby. And then if you need to save money, this and cards can be if you buy the right players. And that's the problem with football cards, is you never know who the right player is. You can sell them and get your money back. This, you can never go wrong, because we all know inflation is going to keep going up. So if you're trying to save money, you have a hard time saving money, you cannot go wrong. This will save your butt. It will change your life. Someone left a comment saying they had just got started, and you can never go wrong buying silver. I'm at 32 minutes. Oh my goodness. See, okay. So my next video, I will try and do about peace dollars, and then I think I'll do a nothing but silver video, and then a nothing but card video. And I'm sorry if I repeated myself. I'm sorry if I talk slow again. I'm gonna try to work on all that, and I'm gonna try to maybe start taking some notes so I don't repeat myself. But I appreciate you watching. Thanks so much to everyone that has been leaving a comment. I'll try my best to respond to you guys. If I don't, it's not intentionally. So thank y'all for watching.